All right, well, welcome back to the show, guys. We have two authors in studio now that we've had on the show a couple of times, and it's really interesting what they're going to be talking about because it's using your mind to think positively. What are some of the tips that you give folks?
Well, the first tip is that stress kills. You know, that's why the book Thrive and Overdrive is so important, is that people don't understand the stress we're under these days. Everybody's under the gun to do more. You know, we text, we email, we Facebook, we Twitter, whatever, but all this has given us more to do, not less. And a lot of people are, you know, it's inconvenienced them, so their life is suffering, their real life. They have a virtual life, but they don't have a real life. And so what we're doing is we're saying you need uptime and you need downtime. And like the technology of light and sound and just learning how to relax, like with Terry's meditations, that's great. And some people can do that or do Tai Chi, those kind of things, yoga, those are all wonderful. But what we want to do, because I'm a technologist, the technology that's out there today, you can put it on, take your mental vacation, 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, whatever you choose, and you've got the same effects as going to Tibet, in Nepal, and meditating in the mountains. So you can have all that with today's technology.
Well, you definitely got my attention because I feel like I'm one of those people who finds it very difficult to slow down. I find it hard to just put everything away and to stop thinking. And you said you've got a new technology, or perhaps something that's not so new, but maybe it's new to us, of how to create that moment of tranquility. And let's just touch on that real quickly.
Well, we've developed a series of light and sound machines over the years. And let me see, I turn this on, and you'll see it while we're talking. It uses flashing light. Now, there's 4 different technologies that go into this. One is the flickering light, which is called frequency following response. The brain follows it like watching a candle. They would in the past call it a jyoti meditation, but technology says we don't want to sit in front of candles. We also use binaural beats, which is causes the brain to become balanced. And with the brain being balanced, the light and the sound, you start to take somebody from being wide awake, beta consciousness, which is stress, into alpha and theta, which is relaxation, keeping them from going to sleep, which is delta. And then we also have relaxing music. You've probably heard like the mellow music that's in new age type music, you know, with no drums. That's called alpha music. It generates these frequencies. And then there's a guided imagery process.
Well, Terry, I mean, like, in your book, you talk a lot about meditation, and this is kind of a form of meditation. How important is that to grounding yourself and being able to carry out the rest of your tasks?
Very important. And we talked about you two the other day with your hectic schedules and finding it, you know, hard to get into meditation. This would be the ultimate for you because you just put them on and it helps to synchronize your brain into that meditative state. So it's not really you have to try to practice too hard. This helps you to actually get there.
Well, what I think is so both about you two pairing up is that you're really offering those options to the two drastically different types of people. Of course, with your mind technology, we have, you know, people like ourselves who find it very difficult, who have to schedule that moment of meditation. And then we have you, Terry, who is, you know, people who are able to take advantage of that and really, you know, take the time to meditate and do it well. Do you find that people are using both of your technology? Do you find that there's someone who's right in the middle who can do both?
There's always people that are on different sides with different needs, you know, and this is the great thing about us pairing up. And in my book, I talk about the inner journey and the outer journey. Well, the inner journey is towards, you know, self-realization, your true nature, and the outer journey is what Dr. Patrick Porter here has with all of his different meditations with the Zen frames that we have, this product with the light and sound machines.
Do you think a lot of people go through life not knowing what it means to be really centered and have that mental clarity?
Oh, definitely. So many people are looking outside themselves just to find who they are. I mean, their definition, you ask somebody, tell me a little bit about yourself, first thing they do is tell you their job.
Right.
And that's not themselves. That's what they do. That's not who they are. And so there's a lot of options like that. And I think also, you know, there are some people that it unfortunately runs like the government. They've always done something a certain way. They don't know how to think outside the box to have a change happen, because somebody said, our family always is overweight, for instance. My family is from Iowa, so at about 30 years old, everybody exponentially expands. You know, and that's not really true, but it's the foods you eat that cause that, and the thoughts you think. And so what I was going to comment about with Terry is that when we do our seminars, and Terry's one of our speakers and trainers most often at them, whether they be in the States or in Canada, we'll have him do some Tai Chi and things, because people don't understand the mind and body. It is so connected that you really can't do one without the other. It's like a weightlifter who just works on their upper body and forgets their legs, and they got those skinny little toothpick legs. You've got to have that balance.
Well, sadly, there's much too many of those in our world. But we're going to be testing your technology. We'll come back, and maybe we're going to learn a little bit about ourselves.
I'm going to put this on during the break.
Oh, yeah. We're going to be meditating when we come back. We're going to learn how to center ourselves and get in touch when we come back after the show.